Bottom of the hour, get up on ESPN. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs in Toronto looking for a 10-game win streak. And Victor Wembanyama does not need to jump to block your shot.
That's how I blocked my son's shot. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, five blocks last night. And then Allen on the other side, Wembanyama with the jam.
He barely had to jump for that one, too. That was he did not have a great shooting night, but that was a high percentage one.
And later in the fourth quarter, Spurs are down by 3, but De'Aaron Fox going to knock down the 3 to tie it.
Look, De'Aaron Fox, one of the unspoken heroes for this team, too. A guy that has veteran experience. Still don't know if that's going to be enough for them down the stretch, though.
Wembanyama, the fadeaway 3. Wow. He had 12 points, 8 rebounds. Spurs up by 6. 2 minutes left. How about the angle on this shot from De'Aaron Fox Allen?
Yeah, behind the backboard, little Larry Bird over the top and swish.
He would score 20. Spurs up by 4. 8 seconds left. Raptors down by 3.
He's got it, Jay. He's got it, Jay. He's got it, Jay.
Oh. Not even close from Brandon Ingram, and that's how it ends. San Antonio moving to just 2 games back of OKC for the top spot in the West with their 10th consecutive win, their longest win streak in a decade, which led our man, the win man, to make this bold proclamation with SVP last night.
I have made hotel reservations in San Antonio. My instincts of 23 years covering the NBA are a team that has never played in a playoff game together is not winning 12 playoff games in the Western Conference. That's what my instincts tell me. But then I watch Wembanyama, and I watch how these guys defend, and I am taking the impossible off the table.
The win man has got a hotel booked in San Antonio in June. Let me tell you, those to me are big words. That is Brian Windhorst telling us that Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle and all those kids, those babies in San Antonio are ready to make that mammoth leap all the way to the NBA Finals this year. What do you say, Jay Will?
I say, this is a media dream. Can we just acknowledge it?
No.
It's a media dream.
Yes, it is.
When Wembanyama gets to the finals, everybody in media wants it. We're talking about an anomaly in the NBA Finals, a 7-6 guy. The chances of that happening, I think, are probable. It's okay. But I still think Denver and I still think OKC are better served. And I do worry about the lack there of experience. We watch OKC take their lumps. Mm-hmm. We watch Denver take their lumps multiple times at bat before you just get there and have a chance to say they're in NBA Finals and they win a championship.
Our friend Michael Wilbon, back when I was doing NBA Countdown, always used to say you have to have your heart broken before you can win the championship. Yeah. Spurs haven't had that. I guess Wembanyama sort of had it in the Olympics, but they haven't had it in the NBA. But they are one of the 40-20 teams. We talked about it. There are 3 teams that rule says could win the championship, and they're one of them.
Yes, and that, number one, there's a couple of facts. That's one of them. You know the other one I like? They're 21-11 versus teams with a winning record this season. That's the best record in the NBA. 21-11. Nobody else has 21 wins over teams with a winning record. They beat good teams. They don't just feast on the bad ones. So you have that. They have depth. They have guard depth for days. Yes, this is about Wembanyama, but this is also about De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle and Vassell and Dylan Harper. They throw guard after guard after guard at you. Their bench depth is very good. They've got size. And by the way, as we talked about earlier in the show, if the West is the best, you're telling me that they can't get out of the West. And if they do, how do they not win a championship? They would be the best team standing.
I think they have a legitimate chance. All I'm going to say is a lot of stats that we see throughout the course of the regular season sometimes are things that translate towards the postseason. But a lot of coaches, especially in the West right now, they don't show you their full hand during the regular season. Yeah. They save a lot of those strategies and schematics for the postseason and the playoffs. So as we get deeper into the playoffs, intricacies matter. All I'm saying, lack of experience with the intricacies is something that we'll worry about with the Spurs.
Understood. However, you have not seen a player like this in the history of the sport. That's number one. And number two, it will depend on how much the league allows or the officiating allows the team's opponents to play physical against Wembanyama in the playoffs. We know that's when it gets ratcheted up. That could be a deciding factor.
I can tell you this: the TV ratings in France,
in France,
that's
exactly my point.
ESPN France, get up from Paris.
I'm in. Oh, sign me up for that right now. I'm telling you what, Stace is coming to that one. That could be the first road check. Stace, like, Oklahoma City or Paris? Which one are we doing? That's a pretty easy choice. Okay, next up here from the NBA is a game of sound off. Interesting people saying interesting things. The owner of the Suns is named Matt Ishbia. He's interesting. He was on with McAfee yesterday. He eviscerated the culture of tanking in the NBA. Listen to this.
It's an embarrassment. It's horrible. Like, my perspective is tanking is loser mentality. Like, I've never been around anyone. You show me someone that wants to lose or thinks about losing, like, I'll show you a loser. That's losers. That's not my stuff. And so I don't like losing. I don't want to ever talk about losing. We try to win, and the draft works. If you don't win, you don't have a good team, you get a good pick. But if you purposely...
Jay was not out there. Cunningham with the floater, gets it to go. Pistons up by 6. Pistons break the press right here. Then Cunningham finds Durant. I told you this is what he does. He's dunking it all night. 29 points. Pistons win it 124-116. Cade Cunningham after the win.
Yeah, I mean, these are all great teams playing great basketball. So, you know, it's a good test for us. It's good. I think it's great for us to have a week full of smoke, you know, that we go see where we're at, see where the league is at. And this is a good win, but, you know, it's another one coming up that we got to be ready for.
Yeah, that one coming up is the Cavs on Friday. And not only do the Pistons now have the best record in the NBA, they're beating tough teams more often than anyone. An NBA best 19-7 against teams 500 or better this season. They also have more wins in clutch time than any other team.
Through the quad, past the gymnasium, we're going streaking. Spurs and Wemby taking on the Raptors, seeking their first 10-game winning streak since the 15-16 season. Here's Steph Castle. One time. No one stands except the Spurs bench. Why would they? We're in Toronto after all for this one. Spurs down 2 at the half. Let's pick it up early fourth. Castle to Wemby. The lob, indefensible. Spurs down 5 later in the fourth. It's not sparkling, it's champagne.
I like
Julian
it.
Champagne, fishing the Fox for the 3. I should just stop right now. It's really not going to get better than that for me. Score tied at 96, under 4 to go in the fourth now. Wemby in the corner, had a rough night, but this was a big shot, putting the Spurs up 6, finished with just 12 and 8 for the big man. Less than 2 minutes left. Look at De'Aaron Fox up over the backboard. The precision, finesse available in aisle 6. Spurs up 4. Brandon Ingram, though, went down 3. A chance off the backboard. Wouldn't have the same luck. Spurs win it 110-107. Big comeback, moving to just 2 games back of the Thunder for the top seed in the West. Overcoming a 15-point deficit San Antonio did to extend their winning streak to 10 games, their longest over the last 10 seasons. The last time the team won at least 10 in a row was in 2015-2016 when they won 13 straight. Though they're 110 points, were their fewest over the span, they've been putting up numbers. Almost 110 to be specific. In a 10-game span, the most in 40 years, got to go all the way back to 84 for the last time they did that. That allowed them to outscore their opponents by almost 15 points per game during the streak, their best over a 10-game span since the 18-19 season. That was also the last time the Spurs made the playoffs.
All right, back to the East, where James Harden was sidelined Wednesday night for a fracture in his right thumb. Harden sustained the injury during Tuesday night's win against the